Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered who first set foot on it? Today, we are telling the remarkable life story of Neil Armstrong, the man whose small step became a giant leap for mankind. Neil Armstrong was born on August 5, 1930, in Wapakoneta, Ohio. From the time he was just a boy, Neil was fascinated by flight. His father took him to watch air shows, and at only 6 years old, Neil took his very first airplane ride. It changed his life forever. While other kids played with toys, Neil built model airplanes. He studied how they worked. He dreamed of flying among the stars. By age 15, he already had his student pilot's license, even before his driver's license. In 1947, Neil entered Purdue University to study aeronautical engineering, but his studies were interrupted by the Korean War, where he served as a U.S. Navy pilot. He flew 78 combat missions, showing incredible courage under pressure. During one dangerous flight, his plane was hit by enemy fire. Calmly, he guided it back toward friendly territory and ejected safely. That cool-headed bravery would later define his time as an astronaut. After the war, Neil finished his degree and joined NASA, the agency that later became NASA. He worked as a test pilot, flying some of the fastest and most experimental aircraft ever made, including the X-15 rocket plane that reached speeds of over 4,000 miles per hour. He pushed the limits of flight closer and closer to space. In 1962, Armstrong was chosen as one of the NASA's new astronauts. His first mission, Gemini 8, in 1966, made history when he and astronaut David Scott performed the first ever space docking. But soon after, their spacecraft began spinning out of control. With death just seconds away, Armstrong remained calm, undocked the ship, and brought it safely back under control. It was clear Neil Armstrong had the right stuff. On July 16, 1969, Armstrong, along with Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, launched into history aboard Apollo 11, their mission to land a human on the moon. 4 days later, the lunar module, Eagle, separated from the command ship and began its descent. As alarms blared and fuel ran low, Armstrong took manual control, steering the craft away from danger. At 4:17 p.m. UTC, he calmly reported, "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Then came the words that would echo through history. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Armstrong became the first human to walk on the moon, spending over 2 hours collecting samples and setting up experiments. Over 600 million people watched from Earth in awe. After returning home, Armstrong was celebrated worldwide. But unlike many heroes, he avoided fame. He became a professor of aerospace engineering at the University of Cincinnati, inspiring young minds. He also helped investigate the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster in 1986, always committed to safety and exploration. Despite his fame, Neil Armstrong remained humble. He once said, "I was just one of 400,000 people who made Apollo 11 possible." Neil Armstrong passed away on August 25, 2012, at age 82, following heart surgery. The world mourned the loss of a true pioneer. President Barack Obama called him one of the greatest American heroes of all time. Neil Armstrong's courage, humility, and quiet strength remind us that humanity's reach has no limits. His small step on the moon continues to inspire dreamers, scientists, and explorers across generations. Neil Armstrong, the man who proved that the impossible is only the next step waiting to be taken. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more inspiring true stories of great people.